All right, where are we? We're in the Sports King nine hole, the Sports Kings nine hole, the Sport of Kings nine hole cup. Man, am I going to get it right? It's going to take me all that. I just have to read the words that are out in front of me. The Sport of Kings nine hole cup. I'm going to play rookie in 77, and I think when I get to odd I'll play pro, and I'm going to play most of the holes with a Marlin ball. I may pull out a Titan on some of them. We will see. All right, so we're doing rookie here. Rookie. All right, we got to get on a one. Now, you can bring out a bigger ball. Where's my pen? Where is my pen? You can bring out a bigger ball so that we can start off on this side and try and bring it up. But if you don't have a bigger ball and you've got to start off over here, think big topper. Big topper. Get 100% top spin. Now, if you've got a lower developed one, you might have to bring out a bigger ball just to get all the way into the pocket. And it does carry a lot down here, so it's easy to overdrive this on days when we have tailwind. Very easy, very easy. And I'm going to take my number 5 bag, number 1 or number 5. If you just have an extra mile, it'll be more. You can do it, no problem with an extra mile. No problem. And I will bring a Titan, the king of balls. And it seems like we need to be doing like a 10 or a 20% on the drive. I'm going to do a 20 just for safety. Just for safety. So 1.2 times the wind divided by 1.3. I'm not sure what my opponent was doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Let's not do that. Let's get an eagle here. We got a little teeny bit of a window on that side with a 3 power ball. I do 3.5. I'm gonna do 4 topspin. 4 rings off. 3, 2.76. 276. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. We'll see if I moved to the left far enough. I moved out 4 rings. We'll see if that was enough. Just right. A little bit less topspin. Could actually get a little run at the hole. You got to watch out about the bounces when it's going through. If you're trying to get a run at the hole, you got to watch out about these. Your bounce that's in here, staying away from this, and your bounce up in the front, staying away from that trap that's on the right-hand side. In the sand. See if we can get the eagle here. You need to start off. The last hole in this is a birdie hole with an eagle opportunity on a par 5, and so getting the minimum score of -12, we really need to pick this hole up just to make sure we're shooting them in. One ring great to the left. From that distance, it should not matter. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck in the tournament. My opponent's either just dicking around or they don't know what they're doing. One of the two. I'm going to go with both. Both. Hole number 2. What you have here, you see, is hole number 2. All right. And I am doing a 10% as well. But this is one of the things on this hole is I believe down here where I'm shooting at, I'm in minimum club. So it's 1.2 per ring, and I was going to do a 10%. So it's 1.1 times the wind divided by 1.2. But I'm not so sure. We shouldn't be adding on. I'm not so sure. We'll see. We'll try that out. We'll take this with a marlin. A marlin. Don't need anything more than that. Puts me right where I want. What I want to do here too is start off on the left where the flagpole's here and bring it back down the hill so that it's rolling out down towards the cup. If I try and do it straight up, I feel like I'll end up to the right. It breaks right at the very end. Just a little. There's min. 3 rings off. Three and a little. 3.5. 3.2 rings. There's 3. 2. Exactly. Isn't it perfect? Underpulled it just a little, and that's what it almost feels like I need to do 1-to-1, even though I'm at minimum club. I'm kind of in between. Here's mid and here's minimum, and where I'm setting up right there, I'm kind of in between the two. It's 1.1 here, it's 1.2. Almost feels like I just need to hit it 1-to-1. That's what I think I'm going to do on that hole. I'm going to make a note here. I should keep some. I should be a student of the game and keep some notes. We've got a serious opportunity. We have to maximize these opportunities on these par 3s to try and get at least one drop, because, like I said, the last hole is pretty difficult to get an eagle on. And we really want to get ahead as far as we can before we get to the last hole. The last 2 holes, because I think the one right before it's a par 4, and it's a super... You can make it, but it's a super tough par 4 to get a drop on. Hole number 3. Hole number 3. What do we got here? What do we got? What do we have? All right, we got a great Albie opportunity here, and I cannot remember what the number is to the cup. It almost seems like we're taking off a little bit of wind, like we're taking off 5% or minus 0.1 to the cup. But we have a great opportunity right here. And I'm going to bring that same Titan with that bag. Here we go. I do really have no idea what to do on the cup. It feels like we take a little bit of wind off. Like minus 5, minus 0.1 or some deal like that. We will see. We're going to find out right here. Hopefully I'll hit it perfect, and then we can get some valuable information on what to do the next time. Let's see what my opponent can get done. Get her done. Now you can try and blast over to the other side and try and get up on the green. It's difficult to get on the green. You can get right off on the right-hand side in that neck. But it's hard to get in that neck and actually stick in the neck where you don't overshoot it and end up either drifting off into the rough like that on either side, and you're that close. Now, you still get a great shot from there. Don't get me wrong. But there is a better way. I'm going to swap that ball out for a Titan. Titan, the king of balls. I'm going to be right dead center in the middle. 4-1, 4.1, 3.5 rings. It's 3.46, but who's counting? 3.5. Max curl. 1 ring grade on the inside. Try and get up there as close as we can. That's actually a little closer. I got that slide. What happened there was on that first landing pad, it rolls down, and I was trying to hit right here, and I hit it right here. And so when it took the next bounce, it took a flat bounce and just slid across the course. Whereas if it had hit just a couple feet back from where it was, it would have taken a normal bounce and moved forward. That means the 10%, I should have did probably like a 20 in order to not get into that area. 0.95 times the wind wherever I'm at in my club. Okay, Kingfisher. There's Max, Kingfisher. There's Min, Kingfisher. There's mid. So I'm eking mid, which is 1.6 per ring. Let's see if I have the spin to get me there. I do, but it's going to be iffy. I need a 3 side spin ball. 4.5 divided by 1.6. Man, this is close. 267. 27. Hey. God damn it. Damn. I was trying to grab the screen and it wouldn't let me grab the screen. It was grabbing I was trying to grab the ring set and it kept making me grab the screen. Damn it. What in the hell is the deal? I've had that happen a few times here in the last few days. Let me put a new tip on. See, maybe. Okay, 2.7. 2.7, 1.6 rings. .6. And I hit it great. Arrgh. I would like to have seen that perfect. I would have. Damn it. Damn it to hell. I guess today's a practice day. Tomorrow might be the day. Tomorrow might be the day. I guess that seals the deal. We're doing a practice. Maybe. Hole number 4. I'm doing a 10% on this one as well. But I think this is at mid club. And so it's 1-to-1. And I'm not so sure it's not 1-to-1 like plus 0.1 or like we have to do some little micro adjustment. There are new shootouts when tournament matches are drawn. I typically like to set my shot up where I'm on the fringe, but I think with a 0 power, I think if you're using a katana, you're more like right at mid club right there. But if you're using a Marlin, true mid club is back just a little bit further. We'll see. Okay, with a Titan. There's Min. There's Max. So there's mid. Almost like that. Better. 1-to-1. I was going to add on 10% and it's 1.1 at mid club. There's 3 backspin. Let's make sure we're in the hole. So it's just 2.8. There's 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Isn't it perfect? Get in the hole. Need to add on 10% onto mid. So it's mid plus 10%. Even though it's at 1.1 and it'll balance out. So it's 1-to-1 plus 10%. There we have it. I think there's several holes like this where we're hitting at mid, but we're actually playing it at max, and we're adding on. Let's see if we had a 2-mile-an-hour wind divided by 1.1. If we did 20% at 2-mile-an-hour wind at mid club, that'd be 118 or 218. Versus the 2, yep. Max club plus 10%, 1-to-1 plus 10. That's what I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to write on my notes. Hole number 4. Hole number 4. What is hole number 4? That is not hole number 4. Is that hole number 4? Maybe that is hole number 4. All right, we got a tough time here. Now you can try and get over into this area and you still have a long iron shot, but I'm going to try and go for down here where I've got the wood shot coming in is what I'm going to try and do. It does work better when you have side spin here, if you're going to go for the longer shot. And actually, let's make sure which bag I have a Cataclysm in. Either one of those will work. Let's see if we can get all the way down to the tip. We don't need to be all the way down in here, but we do need to be quite a ways down in there. Let's set it up. 4 rings off. I'm going to pull back just a little and to the +6 mark, and I'm white ring off on the left-hand side. There's 4 topspin. 2-9. It's 100% accurate club. We'll do 3. A little bit of curl. Isn't it perfect? Now it's all about distance. That should be fine. That should be fine. A little bit more distance would have separated me. Down here, there's the rough edge on one side and the fairway edge on the other, and just trying to get so you're opening up the window and the shot's straighter. Five power ball. Trying to blast it over. You know, I've gone over to that side, but more often than not, I end up overshooting and I end up in the rough right there than I do on the fairway. The cool thing about being over there is that even if you're in the rough, you can recover. If you hit down where I'm at and you screw that shot up, you're in big ass trouble. Nice. Right where they want it. 1.1 times. Yeah, I'm right at the red line. It is going to roll out just a titch. 3.2 divided by 1.4, 2.51 rings. There's 2.5 exactly. Hitting it perfect. I added on 10% onto that. And hit the flagpole just a little bit too hard. I've made that shot a bunch of times in the past. It seemed like I always added on 10%. Right there, right there. Now you can see if you had a side wind or a tailwind day with that, I was right up against the red line. So if there would have been a headwind, I would have had to pull back a little bit from the red line, and I would have had to stretch out a little bit more topspin in order to make it. But you got to really start watching your second bounce, because you can end up with a second bounce clip where you clip that rough. That would have been a nice Albie to pick up. I always think of this hole as there is an opportunity for Albie. The thing I like about taking the straight up shot is, even though it's farther away and I'm hitting it with my wood, you do have a shot at Albie there every time if you can just deliver, if you can just drive your ball out to that spot. If you're doing the shot that my opponent was doing, for me it's like 50-50. Like I may end up in the rough and I won't have the super good Albie shot. But if you're taking that Albie shot with a long iron instead of a wood, it is a little bit more enhanced. So I've opted that the risk versus reward is better to go straight. Take your lumps. The deal is on that hole, if you're trying to go straight forward on a headwind day, you're going to have a harder time getting out there. So like just playing the shot to the right, I feel as statistically better. Hole number 6. Hole number 6. What are we doing? All right. This is another one of those holes that it just feels like. It just feels like, you see. Taking that right there, and I'm taking my number 2 bag. And a rock would work as well. 1.1. 10% onto whatever the wind is. Divided by 1. I feel like with the quarterback too, I can run all the topspin and pull back a little bit from the red line. Green Lantern from the LA Chargers. Stealing San Diego's team. Green Lantern goes first. Now you can try and get down into here so that you're in your long iron range, and I see a lot of people try and do that. The deal is, if you're bouncing over from here trying to weave and bob your ball to get it over there, I see most of the people that are bouncing it over end up in the rough somewhere. I would say close to half the people I see take this shot down here end up in the rough. It might be slightly more on the side that clear it, but it's pretty damn close to 50-50. .4. Run it all. Run it all! I can pull back from the red line and find the spot. .4. That'd be like 2.6. That was probably 2.7. Hitting it perfect. Now we got a straight up sniper shot to the cup. It feels like on this hole that I need to do mid club plus 10%. So it's like 1-to-1 plus 10. See if my opponent can get it in the hole. Here we go. Where am I at? There's man. There's max. So I'm right at mid club. So it's 2.8 divided by 1.1. Two times 3 point. I'm going to just do 3 rings. It's 3.05. 3.05. There's 3. Hitting it perfect. See if we're even close. Just a little bit outside. Needed to pull a little bit more. I did 20% at mid club. Or I could have did 10% at max. So it was 3.05 versus 3.08. It would have been 3.1. It was right there. So I'm saying you get into the fractional math and you're rounding down or rounding up. I'm not sure if 0.1 would have helped me. It'd have been closer. It's a draw. I may try 15% at max. That might be the ticket. I'm going to put that on my notes. 15% at max. Hole number 7. Even though you're at mid. This is another one of those ones that we can do with a Margolin. Have no idea where I'm at in my club. It feels like it's the same thing where we're like in a mid club, but we're hitting it at max. And then we're doing adjustments at max. Pie munchers. This is another one of those that if we were talking about elevation, we should technically be taking wind off. It's uphill. And I believe 3 backspin is the ticket. And that is blue ring off on the rough, possibly red ring off on the rough. Get right up to it. Perfect. Man, that just didn't quite have enough steam. That's pretty much right where they set it up to end. I think you got to be all the way to the cup. Okay, there's max. There's min, so there's mid. So I'm at max. I am at max. Plus 10, so it's 3-3. 3 backspin. I'm going to do 2. Get right at it. $3.3. There's 3. Hitting it perfect. And I thought I hit that great. I was surprised that the perfect rolled out. Ooh! Slightly underpulled it, like by 0.1. It's like plus 10, plus 0.1. I like the speed though. If I'd have been on track, that would have definitely gone in. Definitely. Max Club plus 10, plus 0.1. That would be me. All right, in the hole. In the hole. Hole number 8. Are we really on hole number 8 already? Hole number 8 is the... Hole number 8... I'm still working on the second shot because there is a rough bump. I like to be like right in here. I really don't want to get all the way out here. I just really want to be right here because it opens up this rough bump. There's a rough bump that you can do right here, and it gives you a lot of options on that rough bump. And if the rough bump's not there, if you're having to pull over the sand, you've got full access to the backboard. Sniper, I want to bring a katana. I want to bring a ball that's got some side spin. Here we go. And I think with the katana I can actually pull back a little bit from the red line. I take the risk that my second bounce is going to clip the rough and roll out into the fairway, and I'm okay with when it does that. I actually prefer it when it clips out and runs out there because it gives me a better shot. We'll see. We'll see. I will say I've probably made more of the backspin shots in than I have trying to do the rough bump. But there is a beautiful rough bump here. And you do not need to bring out some special deal in order to get out to that area that my opponent's trying to get out to. Because you take the big risk. I ended up in the rough over there. Now they got a great shot from there. You're going to be able to, you got several different ways that you can go at it with your Nirvana from that distance. I'm going to put all the topspin on, all the side spin. I really want to be cognizant of where that second bounce is. I'm at the plus 10 mark. 2 rings off. 4.2. 4.62 rings. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. That got me out there in the clear on that side, but I actually overshot where I wanted to hit. I still have a great shot from here, but when you're trying to do the rough bump, you really want to be coming at it from this angle so that you can move from side to side and you don't have to have a lot of side spin. But where I'm at, I'm more to the left, so I'll have to have more side spin to bring it back around to the right. I'm not sure if the rough bump is even still in the window. If it's an option. Plus 10, man, 2.2. It is. It is. Whew. That is narrow. .2. If I added on 10, that'd be 2.4. There's 1, 2, 4. Oh, and I hit it great. Man, barely clipped that rough. Barely. Hit that perfect. That's right there. Right there. I was trying to do a 10% on that, but it's tough on days like today where you got to pull over the sand because the sand's definitely distorting the rings. I was trying to pull it off on the other side, but close. In the hole. In the hole. Hole number 9. Hole number 9. What is hole number 9? All right, let's go look at it. This is the hole that's a birdie hole with an eagle opportunity. And what you want to do is you want to get yourself into this shadow so that you've got this clean short iron shot to the cup to try and pick up your eagle. So it's traditionally it's shot number 1, shot number 2 up into here, and then shot number 3 for the eagle, trying to get it up there. Now what you can do is try and put it over on this side to try and enhance your second shot so that you can see if you can get up into this range. You still have some work to do. This second shot's no piece of cake, but the good news is that if you go for this and you don't make it and you're out here in the rough, you can take your rough iron and you can put yourself right back in the shadow, so you still have the same shot that you would be doing from here, but you at least gave yourself a look at it. So we'll see if the wind is conducive. It is. And what we're going to do is take my number 5 bag and a Berserker. Now, we want, let me make sure. I really want to take a Cataclysm as my second bag, or as my second club, so hold on. Let's switch that up for a APOC. Take that bag right there. Right there. See if we can get her done. Get her done, 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 dun 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 dun. Let's switch the challenge, see if we can get something we can actually get today. Having used a skewer, jeez, handicap me. Make me work with a skewer. What are we, barbecuing? All right, this first shot is dangerous. It carries, so like it will, like, depending on where I'm at on my drive, my first bounce, I got to really be cognizant of it because it's super easy to overdrive down in here. I go first. Okay, it's 3-2, and it's pushing forward like 6. So there's 4. I'm going to put 2 rings of that power back in. We're just going to go for it. Isn't it perfect? And we'll see if I can just get as far down in here as I can. And if I look to the right, I might have had a little teeny bit if I'd have been perfect right down the center of that. It's close. 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 Man, that's close. If I'd have been a little bit more to the right, I would have just eked out. And the whole deal there is to just eke out. Anywhere you're on the fairway here, you've got the shot with the Cataclysm to try and bring it around the bend. No dice. I could have started off a little bit more to the left to put some overpower on it and tried to blast myself out there, but I was trying to see if I could do it without having to and increase my odds of hitting it perfect. My opponents definitely, if they would have been to the right, definitely got fairway to the right. Let's see where I'm at. Yeah, man, it'd have been close. But this is the good news. Is that if you're up in here, you can get up to where you want to get. That wind's gone with me, so I'm going to leave it in there. You can just get right up to where you would have got if you'd have laid it up. So there's no foul in the shadow. Got a nice clean shot, and there is an adjustment here, and I can't remember if we're taking off like 10% or adding on 10%. But there is a slight adjustment where we're adding or taking off something. I think we're adding on wind. I'm going to add on 10%. 1.1 times whatever the wind is divided by wherever I'm at in my club. And I might be in between mid and max. Short iron. And my max is 1.1 and my mid is 1.6. So that means 3/4 is like 1.35. Is that right? Yeah. 1.35. Let's see where I'm at. Okay, there's max. There's min. So there's mid. So I'm right at mid club. 3.8 divided by 1.6. 2.61 rings. .61 rings. There's 2, 6, exactly. Hitting it perfect, dead center perfect. Woo! In the hole. It was 10%. Eagle. Minimum score +1. And I missed, there's a ton of shots out there, especially on the par threes, that like I missed all of those shots. There's one, I think the second par 4, I missed that shot. There's a lot of opportunities to pick up shots out there. So even though the last hole, you have the potential of just getting a birdie on it, which would put you at -11 for your minimum score, you really probably need to be shooting a 13 or a 14. A 13, I would think. Getting the eagle on hole number 9 and then picking up 2 somewhere in the course. It's probably 14 or better with these types of tournaments. Oh. Good game. Good luck. Oh, I just shot the -12. I just picked up the 1. Is that the deal? I only picked up 1? I dropped 1. That's the deal. What did I drop 1 on? I dropped 1 on one of the... I timed out on that 1. I timed out on the first par 5. Trying to go for it. That might not make it. So 13's up at the top. That 13's what you really need to get. You need to pick up 1 and then shoot their minimum score and try and pick up. There's plenty of opportunities to get a 14 or better. I still think that in order to win, we're probably going to have to shoot a -15, which means that we have to pick up 4 shots. All right, there you have it. I'm hopefully that won't qualify. Hopefully I won't, but we'll see. I wouldn't mind playing that again just because of the one that I timed out on. It's super easy to get a 13 because hole number 1 is definitely gettable. And there's lots of other opportunities out there. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one. And I'm going to shoot my odd account here sometime this afternoon. And I'm going to do pro. And I will see you then. Thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell, leave a comment. I read them all. And I will respond to them. Sometimes if they're really good, I'll shoot a video on them. So thank you.